bronies, it is the Verd here. A bit of a different video, I suppose, used to seeing the gaming or other stuff, but I just kind of wanted to sit down and chat with you guys for a bit, just about how life's kind of going, and my kind of plans for this channel, I suppose, in the future. A lot of projects that I want to start doing now, like today as I speak, it is the 9th of July. And just kind of want to give you guys an insight into like what's kind of planned for the future and how I'm actually going, because it's a lot to kind of cover. So first and foremost, I guess I'll talk about personal life, just because I know some of you maybe are concerned with that. So I'm actually going to close my laptop for this because I don't really need it open. Basically, in terms of my personal life, if you didn't know, I'm pretty happy just sharing it. I've shared it on Twitter before. I am a disability support worker by day, and then kind of a Pokemon player by night. But work is going very good, to the point where I'm working a lot. So having the commitment to do a lot of leagues when it came to the draft format was difficult. The only time I would have free is the weekend, normally, to play, because I'd work all day and then be busy trying to, do stuff at home at night, and then basically go into bed because I was so exhausted from my day. And because I'm Australian, it was really hard to organise times with people, so it would usually only be the weekend. But then, weekends are my time to chill and relax, so it then became very difficult to have time to play on the weekend, especially at the times that I wanted, and it was just far too much stress on my life. So I took a break from League, and I decided recently to have a crack again at just seeing if I still had it. I still had the draft format passion and everything. I got offered to join the Draft Premier League. I was drafted by the Toxaspec, Spexstar and Specs King onto their team. I was very grateful for that. I built a bunch of teams for people, helped draft a bunch of teams. But unfortunately, I do think I've lost the ability and the passion. I think on my day, I'm a very good player, but because I'm not really as invested as I used to be, not having as much time to really go in with my teams and whatnot, I just struggled. I played 3 games and lost every single one of them. I didn't feel like I had a chance of winning any of them, really. I'm not the player I used to be, unfortunately. So because of that, I decided to leave the DPO. I did have offers from both Gypsy and Jolt to join their teams after I asked to be released from Toxaspecs, but I didn't feel like doing it. I just didn't want to disappoint more people and didn't want to disappoint myself. I left with the reasoning that I just didn't feel that I had it anymore and just wanted to move on and be done with it. And the only draft league now that I join are more for fun. Like, there's this fun league that I'm probably not going to record the games for. It's just a side league in the Brisbane Buzzwolves Discord that is going well so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not taking it very seriously at all. I'm just kind of slapping some teams together and hoping for the best. But yeah, it's so far so good. I'm feeling really in a good place when it comes to draft format. What I would like to do, I think, in the future is potentially some more analyst work, as that's kind of how I started in Draft League. Was I started as a player but not taking it too seriously, but I was able to analyze a lot of stuff. I'm really good at reading things, but when it comes to me then being the person to do it, I just for some reason crumble. It's a bit odd. So yeah, I'm potentially looking to get back into some analyst work if some people would like, to hire me as an analyst. I'm down. But as far as joining many draft leagues go, don't hold your breath on offering me a certain league. I'm just not really that interested. I'm kind of content where I am right now. The only other league that I'm kind of doing is this, it's not really a league, it's kind of similar to the DPO, but in VGC. I got picked up by Cats and the Floral Florgesses, and it's called APAC. And basically we have VGC teams where we play against other people. I have my first round game that I will be posting soon. I'm going to record it today and have it scheduled to be uploaded, because I'm actually going over to my cousin's to house sit for a couple of days. So I won't have anything really recorded, so my plan is to record a bunch of stuff today and then have that uploaded, scheduled to upload over the time when I'm over there, because it's going to be very busy with work and staying over there. So yeah, loads of fun. So yeah, that's kind of, so in terms of real life, life is good. I'm just not finding the time for Draft League. I'm enjoying VGC. I think right now it's kind of stagnant because we just had North American International Championships, but the next thing is Worlds. Obviously, I haven't qualified for Worlds. I'm not going to go over there. So more, it's just kind of helping my friends who are all preparing for Worlds, giving my insight. Even though I'm very new to VGC, I do understand a lot. I'm a pretty fast learner when it comes to most formats. And so I wanted to put my fast learning to the test because I'd already done it in the transition from Draft League to VGC. And the next challenges that I want to give myself is learning both the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon TCG again. So Pokemon will be, I think, easier to adjust to. Main reason is there's a lot of rotation in Pokemon, which means that a lot of decks and cards don't really get used, they get shuffled out, so it means that there's a finite group that I can kind of understand and play with, and it'll make it a bit easier. Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh! I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When Pendulums first started being popular, like Qliphort era, and now we have a lot more Pendulum support, a lot of Link monsters that I'm really still not sure about. Like, I watch a lot of videos, I'm trying to understand it, but I'm going to kind of make series on both where I just slowly try and understand the cards. I've actually going to do pack openings as well. I've ordered an Elite Trainer box for Unbroken Bonds, which is a Reshiram Charizard GX one. And then I've also ordered the newest Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack. I think it's... I can't remember what it's called. It's Hero's Revenge is the main thing. There's like a prefix to it though, but I just can't remember what it is. It gets released on July 11th. I've pre-ordered it, so I should get it around July 12th to open. I'm pretty sure I'm getting Unbroken Bonds today. I just don't know when, so I don't know if I'll have enough time before I have to go over to my cousin's to house sit to be able to record the opening, or if it'll be something I save until I get back from there. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm pretty excited for it. I used to do back openings on this channel ages ago, but I was very inexperienced, so I'm looking forward to the challenge of actually doing it properly. I think it'll be really good. I'm looking forward to it for sure. So yeah, learning both of those, so I'm going to open lots of packs and everything, give myself a budget every fortnight that I can kind of spend while also trying to save up to buy a house, because I'm an adult. So trying to do it like as a hobby, but also I really actually want to get into both competitively. I would love to be able to have the ability of, you know, going to regionals and other stuff and being able to enjoy not only playing Pokemon with my friends, but also, you know, maybe playing TCG every now and then. Could be a lot of fun. It's tricky though in South Australia where I live, there's not a lot of events that go on, but there is more TCG than VGC. So it'd be cool to learn those things and kind of go to events playing TCG and then talk around with people saying like, hey, it'd be cool if we could do like some VGC events down here and trying to start a movement. So I feel like if I learn the Pokemon TCG or the Yu-Gi-Oh! That could give my foot in the door in a way as well. So that's going to be a series I'm going to run. I'm going to probably get Duel Links back as well. I haven't played Duel Links in ages. I stopped playing it because I used to spend too much money on it. But I'm going to try and play it without spending any money, just grinding for gems and everything, getting the characters, and I'm just going to, you know, play it for fun. It's a different kind of format. I think Duel Links is easier because there's not as many cards and there's not as many summoning conditions, so it's really easy to play around and like you can understand the good decks and how they play pretty quickly. But like I said, I'm not going to try and spend exuberant amounts of money on Duel Links because it's literally just a video game. It doesn't really gain me anything compared to real life TCG, which might actually gain me something if I put an invested effort into learning it. But it's just another thing I can do. So yeah, that's the kind of main things that are coming to the channel is, you know, still doing some more VGC. Gonna also be bringing out a bunch of podcasts. Like me and Mastodon are gonna do some podcasts where we interview people. So my first one is actually me talking to Masto, and the second one is Masto and myself talking to a guest about, generally it's about fitness, because they've been very big on fitness over the last year or so, and they want to kind of share their learning, especially to Masto and I, because we're both trying to lose weight. That's another thing I want to try and maybe upload to the channel, if people want to see it, is my weight loss journey. So at the start of June, I was about 100 kilos, and Masto was, I think, about 160, and our goal was the first person to lose 20 kilos, the other person has to buy on like a slab or something. For those Americans, I'm saying like slab of beer, so like a carton or whatever. So yeah, like it's a good challenge. I'm not going to say how much I've lost so far, because if you want to see it in a kind of journey thing, then obviously I'd be happy to share it, kind of sharing potentially like diet and exercise that I'm doing. If anybody has any tips, I can obviously share them, but I would rather just see from this recording maybe if people would like to see the workout stuff and document it, because the goal really is mainly coming up this year in September. There's a run in Adelaide, which is a 12-kilometer run, which isn't very far considering I've run a marathon before, but it's a good starter to get me back on track. So my goal is to run that race with my father, who's now 63 and I'm 24, so he's almost triple my age. When we ran a marathon together, he was triple my age, and I was like, god damn. So that's a big passion, is to get myself fit enough again to run that and run it well. You know, just putting in a really good effort would be awesome. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm going to train for that and do my best, and then the you know, end result is getting myself to a fitness point where I can run marathons again, because I just really love running. It's honestly so much fun. So I've ordered a lot of fitness gear, like clothing wise, getting myself in that frame of mind that I want to be in. Like, I've just got these track pants today that look sick. I'm keen to use them for walks, runs, everything else. I've got like a simple workout plan I've been following, and it's been really good. I just got to stick to it. I find that I can get pretty distracted and not do it, or I get really tired from work and I'm like, oh, I don't want to work out, but I need to stick to this, you know. So yeah, there's all that, and then also I guess with the channel, if there's ever, you know, games where I have like, you know, the NPL group or Buzzworlds and they want to do like Scriblio or Brawlhalla or Golf or anything really, I'm kind of down. I'm going to record some stuff with that. Going to do some Showdown lives, because they're just really entertaining as well. Do maybe some VGC lives as well, as people want to see them, maybe using some of my friends' teams, or I've done a redesign of my Sydney team that I would love to use in a Showdown live session. So potentially, you know, I'll do those as well. I've got lots of ideas. I guess it's just, you know, because my channel's so small, I always worry like, oh, what's the point in doing all this content if people don't enjoy watching it? But I do get pretty excited recording a lot of this stuff. I find it very enjoyable a lot of the time, so I'm keen to keep that up in a sense. So to kind of summarize everything into a neat little package, I don't really have the time to invest myself into Draft League, but I do have the time to actually enjoy games and learn them properly. So that means that, you know, if it's random games with my friends, Showdown laddering, where it could be like any tier, I'm happy to do it. TCG openings, and then learning the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG week by week. It's going to take me so long to learn everything, but I'm willing to take the time and the effort to learn it and master it, because I think I could, you know, adapt to that, and having all those feathers in my bow would be sick. So I'd love to have that ability. You know, losing weight is a big one as well, so doing the diet and exercise, maybe updating you guys, you know, every week on how it's going would be cool, and explaining maybe some of the diet and exercise stuff I do, because if some of you guys are struggling, obviously I'd love to pass on information for stuff that works for me. So there's that as well. And then also just doing still like VGC stuff. Obviously when Sword and Shield comes out, I'll be really invested in the VGC scene. My plan is to next season compete in every VGC event in Australia that I can. Like the big ones, of course, to try and build up as much CP as possible to potentially, you know, get to Worlds. That'd be freaking crazy for my first attempt to try. Like if I can get if I can basically go 3-3, should have been 4-2 in my first regional, given limited time to study the VGC meta, I do feel pretty confident that I could really make a charge of trying to challenge for Worlds. If I really put in the effort, I honestly think I have a good shot. So I'm gonna give that a crack. Aside from that, not really much else going on. I'm not really playing soccer anymore. Still doing 10-pin bowling, but don't really record that because it's a bit awkward going to my local bowling place with a camera and recording how I go. I can give recaps maybe each week if people really want to know that, but I don't think people care too much about that. Yeah, it's pretty much it. Oh yes, and I don't have the beard anymore, I have a moustache. I will grow back the beard at some point, I'm sure. Unfortunately, your boy is #whipped in the sense that my girlfriend is not the biggest fan of the big beard. She likes the moustache, especially when it curls, and she likes the hair. So like I kind of win with some things. The beard has to be kind of smaller though. I'm going to try and maybe grow it out a bit more in the future, but I can't grow that thick daddy beard anymore, so instead I've got the daddy moustache. So a bit of a transition, I guess, in who I am. I've gone from being like a thick bearded man to like fucking jealous but I don't mind. It's a different look, but I think, as people have told me, I kind of suit most looks anyway, so it is what it is. I'm going to finish this here though, because I feel like I've talked long enough and I've given you guys a pretty good idea of what to look forward to on the channel in the future. So today I'm going to be pumping out a bunch of recordings. I'd like to be able to record my APAC match. I'd like to be able to record me opening up Duel Links again for the first time in ages and seeing like what the hell has changed in Duel Links. Going in completely blind would be amazing. And then also, what else needs to be done today? And then I guess there's a bunch of videos already recorded. I just want to edit them. So I want to have like 5 or 6 videos recorded, edited, and then pump them all out for you guys to check out over the next like week. Like looking to upload a video every day, because like record enough content to where I could upload a video every day. And I'd like to be able to do that for you guys, because I feel it's not that difficult to spend half an hour recording a video, spend another 10 to 15 minutes editing said video. Some videos only require like 5 minutes of editing, if that, because they're very straightforward and easy. So that'd be cool to kind of do, and then upload. Eventually, maybe in the future, I'll bring back the soccer shooting videos. I don't really know. It's soccer I don't mind playing, but it's not like a massive passion anymore. Once I get fitter, maybe I'll get back into recording the shooting videos and whatnot. We'll see. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate. If there's anything you'd like to see me upload on this channel that I haven't already mentioned, or if there's things that I've mentioned that I'm like unsure if there'd be enough support for, if you would like to see them, let me know either on the comments here, or I'll chuck my Twitter handle in the description as well. And yeah, I'm just excited to see how all these videos can kind of go, and if people are enjoying them, and just kind of looking forward to the back end here of 2019 and then to the future of 2020, like what's going to happen. But my goal when it comes to the weight loss is the big thing I want to focus on right now, because I feel like the channel is pretty solid. So it's been a month since I probably started this. No, about 3 weeks since I started my weight loss journey. I've lost about 5 kilos so far. My goal is to get to about 75 kilos by the time it reaches December, when I go over to Brisbane to see Masto and everybody again. So gonna see if I can lose that last 20 kilos. I have to really be strict with what I eat, and then I also have to make sure I do put in the work and exercise, which is going to be the hardest part, but I'm really keen for the challenge. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. As you know, my name's Avert. I'm out this bit.